What's up, YouTube? We back with another video. If you're new to the channel, I'm Q.
And I'm Key.
And today, we're going to be introducing our new segment in our channel. It's going to be Giving Life podcast. You feel me? These are shirts. You feel me? If y'all want to buy one, we going to have them down in the description soon. You feel me?
Oh, I was finna say down in the description today. Dang, that's crazy.
Nah, I ain't say the but
But
anyway.
yes, we are introducing our new segment. If you haven't heard, now you know. But we named our podcast the Giving Life Podcast. So today it's just like an introduction video to our podcast, what it's gonna be like, why we came up with it, why we chose the name, and then just a little bit about us, just like as an icebreaker for everybody. And then every episode after this, we're gonna get into some things. For the first part of the video, we're gonna explain like why we chose to start a podcast and why we chose this name. So really, we was just trying to think of something that was like positive, like, and you know how people say like, oh, y'all give me life, or it's giving me life. Like, I'm trying to give life. And really, I wanted our channel to not just be us doing challenges and doing pranks and stuff like that. I still wanted to add like some type of substance to our YouTube platform and make it so that we talking about real life stuff, and we doing more than just that. Basically, we want to do more than just that. And when we used to stay in Tallahassee, all our friends that was in relationships, they would always come to us for advice, and just like it kind of was like we was a therapist basically. So why not just be that for everybody?
Wow.
Basically.
Gotcha, yeah.
So you want to talk about like what our episode's gonna be like?
Like in general?
Yeah, so every episode, this episode not really like a normal episode because it's just us two, and we just trying to introduce you guys to what it is that we're gonna be doing and what we're gonna be talking about. So
okay. Well, we basically just gonna, just give y'all insight on like life, you feel me? Like relationships, relationship advice and stuff like that. Just anything in general, like sex. Just
marriage,
a whole bunch of stuff. Life with
kids.
having kids and stuff. If you don't, and how it changed you and adapt you. You feel me? It's just like real life stuff. And I guess that's why I say we really that's why we gave up the name Giving Life, because it's just like, I don't know, like
it's real life.
Yeah, it's real life. It's just like giving like it's just gonna be like every segment is just gonna be really not like sugarcoating stuff. Just giving everything raw and what it is.
We're gonna try to have guests like our friends and our family, our subscribers, if anybody want to come on the show. And basically we'll pick the people based on whatever the topic is. So if we know somebody that can really got something to say on the topic, we definitely gonna reach out to them and see if they want to be on that episode. But I'm trying to talk about some things. It's the things that people don't want to talk about. I want our podcast to be an emotional roller coaster. Like, you laugh for 1 minute and then the next minute you thinking like, dang, like it got you thinking. So that's how it'll be. And we may have a guest, we may not. I don't want to really base our podcast on us having guests, because at the end of the day we got each other, so we don't really need a guest. But it will be great to hear other people's opinions on things. And when we do the episodes, we will have a topic, and we'll start off with like an icebreaker question. We both gonna always have an icebreaker question for our guests and for each other, and everybody will get to discuss the icebreaker, and then we'll move into whatever the topic is. So that's just how it's gonna work from this point on. Now I got our introduction. So for people who really don't know us, so my name is Akila, even though it's short for Key for our channel. And your name?
I'm Quell. It's short. Well, Q. Well, people call me Quell, so we just did Q.
Q,
so
yeah.
Some
just
it's
short.
It's just simple, something like.
Yeah, and I got my notes right here.
When you got when you got a unique name, it's just like
You gotta come up with your own nickname.
Yeah, it's just like, yeah, when you got a unique name, it's just not. And then, mind you, I don't know too many people named me Quell, so I ain't really just trying to be throwing my junk out there like that.
So just a little bit of background on us. So we met in 2009. So that is 13 years. We knew each other for 13 years. We met in middle school. He was my first kiss.
I didn't say nothing.
You did say
I didn't.
Yeah, we met in middle school. We probably dated throughout middle school to high school. We probably dated so many times.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you were a child then, so
We on and off.
we was on and off. You know how you used to have like your dates, like when you first started talking to somebody. We probably
jump.
had we probably had like 10
Back in the
dates
day.
in middle school. So after like our on and off stage in middle school, we took like probably like a 2 to 3 year break.
13 years, that's crazy.
Yeah. And we really finally got back serious when we was in high school, senior year, like the last leg of senior year, literally.
January.
Yeah, and that was in 2016. So we've been together since
5 months of school left.
literally. Yeah, I was finna be.
Senior year. Yeah, he was finna be. She was finna be at Film Wilding. Or whatever. She was finna be at Film Wilding. If you at Film, you know what I'm talking about. She would have been at Film Wilding, but it's alright.
So we've been together for 6 years. We got back together in January, and we literally been inseparable since. Okay, so when I went to college, and after my freshman year, so my sophomore year, he moved to where I was at, and we've been staying with each other for at least 5 years, right?
4, 3 maybe.
If he says so. But we stayed together for...
No, 5. It would be like 5.
I think it's 5.
Because we stayed in Tallahassee for 3 years, and then we been back in Lake County. It's finna be 2 years. Then we moved here around February or something when you got pregnant.
Yeah.
So around next February, it'll be another year.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'll link our story time of how we met if y'all want to know like a little bit about how we met. So we lived together with and without roommates, so that'd be like a topic that we could talk about.
roommates, not it.
We're not talking about anything. We're not going into depth about that today.
Heard.
But after I graduated, we got engaged. Well, I got pregnant, but we got engaged first in June of 2021. And you can go to our baby shower video if you want to see the proposal. And then we had our son, Kyrie, in August of 2021. And if you want to meet him, we got a video on that. And if you want to know about my labor, we got a video on that too. We got y'all covered. So basically, we soulmates. What you think?
I can't argue with you.
So yeah, we done been through a lot of
Valid
stuff.
description.
Like, we probably done been through.
That's why it's gonna be real,
Yeah.
uncut, raw information. It's just like I
Yeah,
don't know.
we just want to help people.
Honestly, bro, I just feel like a lot of the YouTubers be lying. They be capping. They be making fake videos, fake pranks, and all this other stuff just to get views. But it's just like I ain't never really been no fake guy. Like I don't know how to personally like be fake, like to be an actor. So it's just like everything I be doing be like uncut, and it just be crazy too, cause it's just like I literally like I be watching videos and they just I be people like I'm like people be like y'all YouTube and y'all be pranking people, like how y'all know it's not no prank? I just is like and I just be like, bro, you just really gotta be in that moment and then you will really see it, cause it's just like when you prank me them 2 times, it's just like I knew it was coming, but it's just like I knew like you said you was gonna prank me back type joke, but it's just like you never really know. It's just like come on, bro. It's just like
so everything we done did real. Every prank. Well, we only did like 2 pranks, but they was real. Like we don't know how to be fake for some views. So we just gonna be real, and hopefully we get some views and we can help somebody in the process.
And then it's just like, I just feel like too, it's just like another thing. It's just like, when stuff happen like that, my first instinct don't be like, look for a camera. You feel me? It just be like, nah, y'all got me messed up. You feel me? That's just how it comes. It's just like, y'all got me messed up. I'm not finna look around for a camera. It's just really like straight action. It's just like, your body don't be like, look for a camera. Your body react to like what's going on, like what you see. Like, say you come home, like you see somebody's shoes at the door or something that you ain't never seen before. Like, oh, where these shoes come on? You see somebody car or drive and you ain't never seen. It ain't like, oh, this a prank. This gotta be a prank. Nah, it don't work like that. It's just like.
But for people who do that and they be planning it, then obviously they think that. But we not here to talk about that, babe.
Yeah, we know.
We're not here to talk about that.
We know. You right. I just had to throw that. It's just like, oh.
So yeah, we trying to be real, and hopefully we can help somebody in the process, basically. So you ready for your icebreaker question? We're gonna start off. We're gonna do our icebreaker question, and then we're gonna touch on 3 keys that we think is important to have a long-lasting and a healthy relationship, because I feel like the stage of our relationship that we in right now is the best it's ever been, the healthiest it's ever been, and yeah. So I'm gonna ask my icebreaker question first.
All right.
And only he gonna answer, and then he'll ask me one and I'll answer, but usually on our episodes we'll do it to where we all gotta answer. So my icebreaker question is, what's the biggest obstacle or challenge you think we've been through in our relationship, or just maybe just in general, because we have known each other for a long time? So in general, what do you think is the biggest obstacle?
Honestly, I'll say like, what do you mean? I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Like, what you want like with Kyrie or without Kyrie?
Just in, what's the one you think is the biggest in? We've known each other for 13 years, so
yeah, understandable, but it's just
it doesn't
like,
matter.
It's different levels to stuff now that we got a kid. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I can give you one for both. I'm just saying, like,
okay, give me one for both then.
It's one, like,
one thing for that can go for both.
Okay, I'm gonna do the one without Kyrie first. It's just, I would say like when we first moved in together, like basically like I would say like learning each other's space, like, you feel me, like how to not like cross over each other's space, like even like in the bathroom or like I can say like stuff, like a lot of stuff guys do, like leaving the toilet seat up, like not cleaning up like hair and stuff, even like if you're not used to like girls, like how they hair and all their products be everywhere, you're not used to stuff like that, like adapting to stuff like that is like, I would say it's a difficult process, because especially like if you're not used to it, or even you grew up with all guys type joint, and like even like a girl on that time of the month, you know, like just seeing her bleed, or you know, seeing what she go through and all this other stuff. Like, it's different from like when it's your sister, you know, and it's your lady. So I would say that, you know, just like adapting and stuff like that was, I ain't gonna say it was difficult, but it's just like, it's a different experience, and you gotta learn how to really like
get through it,
be supportive, but at the same time like get them their space.
Okay, that was a good one.
And I would say the one with Kyrie is just like, it's kind of like the same thing. Like, I'd say like how to like.
Why you keep saying like?
I don't know. I don't know how to explain this. Like,
he be having trouble getting his words out.
Like coping with each other when like Kyrie doing something wrong. It's just like sometimes you be like, oh, don't pop him, or oh, don't. You
so
feel me?
co-parenting.
Yeah, like
we got different ways of thinking.
Yeah, like learning how not to do stuff, because it just be like, oh, don't pop, you know. It's just like, what they call it, that what learning? I don't forgot what is it? Yeah, gentle parenting stuff.
I be trying to
like that, bro. You feel me? It's just like people like, I wasn't raised off of gentle parenting. You feel me?
Me
it's just
either.
Like, I'm finna get
but
hit.
We're not gonna go too into detail about that, because I want that to be a topic in itself.
Yeah, so
because somebody actually suggested a topic like that to us. So we gonna touch on to that more, but that is a good one too.
Okay, yeah. So that'll be my second.
So basically, us co-parenting our son, because we trying to do it kind of like in different ways, but also it the same way.
Yeah, it's just not like learning how to not to like walk over like your partner like response or his action towards the kid. So it's just be like say for instance, I tell
we not going into detail.
No, I'm just saying, just like say if I tell Kyrie to sit on the couch and you be like, no, you don't gotta sit on the couch. You feel me? That's just like bad blood type now. So it's difficult learning how to like just know when to just be like, okay, you know, he got it. I ain't finna say nothing. So,
okay.
That one.
Okay. Now what's your question? Did you come up with it? Exactly.
I did have it. I swear I had it, but you made me forget it. Asking me questions. I should have went first. But you know, I'm off the top of the head with it. So what question you just asked me?
Biggest obstacle.
Biggest obstacle. Okay, I'm gonna ask you one. Okay, I'm gonna say, what was your least favorite thing about dating me when we first started dating?
When you say first, you mean like what? The first year?
Like just
because I feel like the first year was like the first year of us dating. We were still in high school, for the most part.
Kinda.
And then I went to college for.
Yeah, what you went to college in about what?
That same year, the same year that we started dating. So I feel like that first year we was kind of like in the honeymoon phase, like
honeymoon.
Because we hadn't been together for like a long time, so it was like once we got back together, we was like stuck. Like we used to be with each other every single day. Every day after school, we was together. Like we really was inseparable. So I can't really base it off that year because it wasn't nothing bad.
It wasn't nothing bad.
But
so you
said the least favorite thing?
Yeah.
Once we finally moved in together, I don't know, like I never stayed with no man, so like you said, we had to learn each other's space, but you really was like a hothead. Like he was a hothead when we first moved together. Like I don't know if it was the environment that we were staying in, the people that we were staying with, the energies that's just like people energies be rubbing off on you and stuff like that, but that's another topic for another day. But yeah, you was a hothead.
What does that mean? What do you mean in general? Like, it's different terms to hothead. Like,
you was a hothead. Anything would really set you off. You punching holes in the wall. He was screaming so hard you spitting on me like like hothead. So it took him a while to get to calm down and be able to sit and have a conversation, because your first reaction was just to snap. You agree to disagree, huh?
I mean, I feel like most guys they grow up learning just not to take nothing. You feel me? Just in general. So it just be like, when somebody really come for us, this is a natural response to be, defensive.
I understand, but when you dealing with a female or a woman, it's like you gotta know when to tone it down, and then when you need to pop it back out when it needs to be popped out.
Yeah, I don't really yell no more. I be chilling.
So I guess that can take us into our last little bit of the video, where we're gonna talk about the 3 keys. Well, the 3 keys that we agreed on to how we overcame all of the BS and got finally to a healthy.
It's more than 3, but that'll be another video.
Yeah, I think these are the biggest 3 though. Like I think every couple.
What was your 3? Because I think I got one.
I didn't really have I knew for a fact that I wanted number 1.
I think I got one better than the last one of them you got.
Which one? You can add it as a bonus, because I think these all is good.
Okay.
Because you still said this, I just added this extra part. So number 1, we got communication. Like I feel like that should be number 1 in everybody relationship.
It could be debatable.
It could be debatable, but I feel like if you don't know how to talk, all that other stuff go out the window. And you know this, we know this when we talk to other couples and had to.
I know how to talk.
No, I'm saying they didn't know how to talk, and you would have to, I don't want to get too much into their business, but communication. So I feel like it's important to be able to have healthy dialogue with your partner. Like, if I feel like I can't come to you and express something that's bothering me, then now at this point I'm keeping it to myself and it's bothering me, and I have to talk to somebody else about it, because I feel like if I can't talk to you about it, then what's the point? And I think that's something that we probably was doing bad with when we first moved together. So after that first year when we first moved together, we had to definitely work on our communication skills.
And then, honestly, like, when she say communication, a big part about the communication part is not just in general, like, it's just like listening to them too. That's a big part of the communication. Not like trying to interrupt them when they're talking, or they trying to tell you how you feel, or even being like so like defensive about the situation. It'll be like, oh, I just feel like, I don't like that you doing this and that, and then you come up, well, you do, and it's just like that mess up communication. That make your partner not want to talk to you or tell you nothing, and she go to telling other people, which that's the one I wanted to throw in there, is not telling everybody y'all business, like family, like your mother, like your father, your friends and stuff, because that create bad blood. Like, okay, you telling your mama all this, then she invite me to the cookout and everybody looking at me crazy. They side-eyed me because she done told her I cheated on her, I cussing her out, stuff like that. I'm coming home late and stuff like that. I just feel like when you're in a relationship, y'all need to keep that. Y'all need to keep whatever y'all got going on. Y'all need to keep that to yourself, and that's a big part of the communication part too. And it's just a bonus topic I want to touch on. Like, keep y'all business between y'all, because at the end of the day, that's all that matters. What y'all think about the situation. Like, don't tell your mama. I know, even if you need somebody to talk to God, because it's just like talking to other people. I'm like, mama's messy too, so it's just like, mind you, your mama might get on the phone, even not even trying to. If you don't know how that other person, your mama finna go out. Not the whole world city know y'all business. You feel me? So it's just like, don't be telling everybody y'all business. You might got that one friend you trust that just won't say nothing. But honestly, I don't recommend telling mamas and family members. I don't recommend telling them that, because that create bad tendency between them, and y'all ain't gonna be able to do functions. And I feel like if your family don't like you, that's gonna mess up the relationship.
I think it depends on what it is that happened. Yes, because some stuff it'd be like, you could probably, like, I don't know, my mama just, I feel like I'm at an age where I can literally just talk to my mama about stuff, and she don't like hold that against people, if that makes sense. But then I feel like I also got like Jackie and Osha that I can at least, like, it ain't gonna change when I know that it's not gonna change how they look at you, but it giving me a chance to vent too, because I can vent to you, but that's my friend. Like, that's what you do with your friends. That's what you used to do with your friends when we used to be going through it. Did you not? Okay, so it just be different. It's not like I'm not finna go tell them that you slept with somebody, but I can be like, oh, we had a disagreement about this. Tell them what the disagreement is. Let them get their input, and it also depend on the type of friend that you got. Is your friend gonna tell you that you're wrong? Is your friend gonna just be on your side and just go along with what you say, or are they gonna be the person that's
it depends on the type
that can
of
look?
you got.
Because I be needing people to look at stuff from a different point of view than me. Sometimes, depending on what it's about, I need somebody on the outside looking in to look at, okay, this is what I said to what he did, and then this is what he said. What you think? Not somebody that's just gonna be on my side about it, and
that's not a good friend.
Yeah, but I understand it's definitely the bad stuff because the bad stuff will
it create bad
problems.
tendency, and it's gonna make them not like you. You feel me?
You might think it might make them.
It
not
is
like
though. Come just saying, if you think about it, it's just like, okay, say if I'm calling my mama, like she gonna be like, "Dang, you called me about this bit again." It's just like, and it's gonna make them think like, "Oh, you need to leave her if she, you feel me?"
Mm-hmm.
And then it's just like stuff like that. It's just like you don't. And to be completely honest, you don't really call about something good.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like you steady just calling about something bad and bad and bad. It just making it seem like your partner a bad person. Mm-hmm. Especially when you don't call about them good. It's just like,
yeah, I think it's just know who you talking.
Yeah,
who you
girl.
talking to.
Like,
and if you feel like you got somebody that you can't do that with, then you just gonna have to talk to your partner because who else you supposed to talk to?
Bro, moral of the story, bro. Keep that between y'all, bro.
And my tip for that is, one person get to talk and say how they feel about something, while the other person listen. No interrupting. No answering fast, like no responding fast, no cutting nobody off. And then the other person get to talk while that person listen. And then at the end, y'all come to some agreement. Y'all say y'all thoughts and how y'all feel about it, and then come to some agreement, some type of resolution at the end of the day, because y'all got to keep it moving. Like, stuff will build up and y'all will stop talking for a little bit, and then y'all eventually gonna have to talk about it. So I think that's the best way to talk about it. What you think? I think you already kind of said that.
Yeah, it's just like, cause that's what I say. That's what people do. It's just like I feel like it's just like a natural thing. Like
what?
Somebody coming at you, you trying to
defend
yourself, you get defensive. But if you just sit there and just be like, I just listen. Like, I had to learn that. I learned that on my own. Honestly, it's just like, I don't know. I remember, honestly, I'm gonna be real about it. I literally was on Instagram and I had came across this book, and I just used to read it because it's just like, it was a point in the relationship where I just felt like, I was a bad dude type junk, and
we both done.
And I had came across that book, and I forgot what it was called, so I can't really put y'all on. And it just was, it just was teaching me honestly just how to be a better man, and just like communicate better, just like a whole bunch of stuff in general.
Yeah. So I do think that is definitely important. I know people sometimes have problems just like talking about stuff. Like, sometimes I got problems talking about it like face to face with him, so I might like text it to him, and then just to like put it out there already, because my anxiety is real bad and I don't like having a lot of conversations face to face. So I text him and we'll talk about it, or like send voice messages about it, and if we don't come to a resolution in the text messages, which now we do, then we'll have to eventually talk about it once we get face to face. We used to have to talk about it once we got to face because the text messages just wasn't enough. But it definitely can start out like that, and then it can be continued in person if it needs to be. But yeah, communication, definitely number one. So number two, trust. Well, that's what we got, trust. So what you got to say about that one? It's your topic.
Let me sit back. Trust should be simple, bro. You should just be able to, like, even then, I feel like the only reason a lot of people don't trust their partners is just like from past experiences type junk, especially like first coming into a relationship. But it's just like, I don't know. I just feel like sometimes you just gotta just be like,
lay everything on the table. I put believing in what your partner is doing or saying to you, like, whatever they say, you just gotta believe it. If you don't believe it, then why you with them?
Yeah. Honestly, that's all it is. I just feel like it's just like, I don't know how to explain it. It's simple, but it's just like at the same time it's not, because it's just like you don't be wanting to feel like a fool. Mm-hmm. So that's all that is. It's just like, it's really like, it's in your head. When you trust in somebody, everything be in your head. So it's just be like, oh, he said he working at 3 a.m. Is he really working at 3 a.m. or he's out with this girl type joint? So it's really a mind game type of thing. Like trust is a mind game. So it's just like.
And I feel like if you already come into the relationship and you just lay everything out on the table, it's nothing that
it's easy. It put a more ease onto it. Like it's like, oh, when I was with my ex, I ain't gonna lie, you know, I did used to do this and that, but you feel me? That's just giving her like, you know, it's gonna put her at ease. Like, yeah, I used to do this and that, but
I ain't doing it no more.
You know, I ain't that type of guy no more. Like I'm trying to, you know, I'm trying to be better. And even if you like, I just feel like it's simple just to say like, I went out clubbing. You feel me? Last night.
Or I went and slept with somebody. You think that's simple?
That's why I ain't come home late.
So you don't think? So you think just being like, yeah, I slept with somebody last night.
Trusting, I mean, it is, but it's just like I just feel like a lot of time you do it because you don't want to hurt people's feelings. But I feel like I respect you more if you tell me, oh, I went and slept with this nigga. You feel me? I respect you more. For that.
And I also put respecting your partner when you're not around each other. So
yeah, like I respect you more if you tell me that, because it's just like. I feel like if you come to me like that, then I can probably forgive you. You feel me? Rather than
I'm not.
Rather than I go down the line and I happen to check through your phone and you done slept around. That's sneaky, John. You feel me?
That's true.
You like even something simple like, oh, I kissed somebody, or I gave this dude my number or something like that. Just little stuff like that. You feel me? It's just like. You out here giving guys your number behind my back type joke, and I don't know nothing about it. You feel me? It's just like crazy. I feel like simple stuff like that are like, it's just like, okay, like, or even like, oh, this dude out here trying to talk to me type junk, or like stuff like that. It's just like it's simple, but I don't know. It's just like I just feel like that's just the type of guy I have. I become is just like I feel like I can say stuff like that now.
That's because we done finally got to this space. So for people who ain't at this space, then lay it all out on the table. And I also wrote that your partner should be your safe space. So even if they do tell you something like that, y'all should be able to deal with that by yourselves. Like, don't go tell your friends, oh, she slept with this dude last night and I had to do this, that, and the third. Like, why?
Because honestly, at the end of the day, if you finna take her back, that's gonna make you look
dumb. So if don't even say nothing.
So it's just like, honestly, like y'all relationship.
And then it don't even gotta make you look dumb. They just might have a different type of relationship. Like, they might just be forgiving. Like, I mean, couples go through that all the time, and you can't really never say what you would do or how you would be or if you would be dumb if you ain't in the situation. Because if that happened, you don't know what you finna do. You just said you'll forgive me. So you don't even know. You might not forgive me. You might do forgive me.
I didn't say I would forgive you. I said I might. It depends on the situation.
Exactly. Like, my point exactly. It depends on the situation. It depends on what happened. It depends on how we talk about it, how we handle it.
It just feel like if it depends on what's going on. Like it's just like let's say for example, like we sitting here, we've been arguing for weeks, and like we've been arguing for a week straight, and then you go out and step out and then met somebody like somebody else, like that's crazy. Like I can't take you back from that. You feel me? Like,
but babe, you don't know that. Like you don't know.
I'm just telling you, babe. That's like crazy. Like you mad out of anger. You was trying to get it back at me, and you went and F somebody. Like,
I understand.
That is wild.
But that might be wild to you now. But if it was to happen to you, you don't know.
Like you did that out of anger to try to hurt me. You feel me? So it's just, so that'll just put me like, okay, next time we fight her, you might go do it again.
That's true.
So it's just like that's just something I can't take you back from.
If you say so.
So that's just like I mean, just for me, it's a
I understand what you're saying, but what I'm saying is, I ain't gonna never be the one to be like, I ain't gonna take you back, or yeah, I'm gonna take you back because
Earlier you said I'm gonna take you back. You did say that.
I know what I said.
Okay, so why you just said that?
I thought you said forgive. I thought you said you'll forgive me for that. We'll rewind
I don't know.
Say that.
Whatever. I feel like if you come to me like that, then I can probably forgive you. You feel me?
I'm not.
Rather than just going about the
I might forgive you. I might not forgive you. Who knows? I can't really say what I do until I'm in a situation.
True. I know what I do. I'm not going for that.
He don't know until he in the situation.
Me, Quail? No. Not happening.
That's why it's important not to judge nobody and what they going through. Because exactly, that's what I'm saying. It depends. And I know I'll take a nigga back for a lot of stuff and might not take him back for other stuff. Like
what?
I'm not giving no examples. That's a topic for another day. Y'all stay tuned for that episode whenever that one come out. What's the deal breaker? What's not?
What's the deal breaker?
We're not talking about that today, babe. This is just an introduction. So last and final key to a long-lasting and healthy relationship, in our opinion, we're not experts, but in our opinion, he said adapting to each other, but I kind of tied it in to understanding your partner's love language and then adapting to it, however that may fit for y'all relationship. So we also gonna have this as a topic as well, like love languages. So I'm not gonna go too into detail about it, but I think first you need to understand each love language, like the different love languages that there is. I can just name all 5 of them now, but I'm not gonna go into detail of what they are. There's receiving gifts, physical touch, acts of service, words of affirmation, and quality time. So I think it's important to not only know what your own love language is, but also know what your partner's love language is, so that you can love them the way that they need and the way that they want to be loved. If you think that your partner love language is receiving gifts, so every time you up, you buying them Chanel bags and food and doing all this other stuff, it's not. They don't want that. It's not doing nothing for them. I mean, they gonna take the gifts, but they not finna forgive you, because that's not what they want. They don't want no gifts. They wanted that. All they wanted you to do was tell them you love them. Bring them some flowers. Like, once you understand what your partner want from you and want to be loved, then I feel like it make everything so much easier. What you think?
When I said adapting, I didn't mean that exactly. I mean, like, when I was saying that, I mean like adapting, like willing to compromise for them. You feel me? It's just like,
in what aspect? Give an example.
Because I see a lot of people with me on there like, oh, don't settle and all this other stuff. And it's just like, you really got to be willing to like compromise sometimes. It's just like, be the bigger person sometimes and stuff like that. So it's just like, sometimes you got to be like, oh, you got it. You feel me? Or just be like, yeah, babe, you right, even though you know you right. You feel me? So that's what I meant when I said like adapt. No, not lie in general. That not lying. This is like compromise. This is just like, yeah. It's just sometimes you gotta just be like, okay.
So that don't go with communication.
What? Adapting?
Yeah, the way that you're talking about adapting, that don't go like with communication, because you saying yeah, babe, you're right. That's like when y'all talking or when y'all going back and forth. You saying that? No, adapting, and then it's not. I'm just saying it's not just with talking though. When I say adapting, it's just like anything in general. It's just like, say like this. I don't like going for walks, but you do. During the day type jump. Okay. I gotta be willing to like adapt, because that make you happy. I understand, babe, but that don't go with love languages. Kinda, but it does, that's what I'm because saying, my love language is spending quality time. No, it's spending quality time. That's just a way to spend quality time. Right. You can just beat that out. Like I ain't say nothing. No, I'm leaving that in. Like you said it. Okay. You can just beat that out like I ain't say nothing. But that's what I mean. All right. And then even just like you saying that, oh yeah, you right. That's kind of like words of affirmation too. That's another way of that love language.
I'm not big on love language. I don't know what none of them mean for real. Until recently, when we talked about them, like a year ago.
But you know what mine is, and I know what yours is.
Yeah, but it's just like I wasn't really like I know yours, but like it's just the rest of them.
You iffy on.
I'm
So how
shaky
you
on.
gonna know when mine change? Cause it don't stay the same.
I guess I'm gonna cross that bridge when we get there.
When we get to that podcast episode, huh?
I guess. I don't know.
But your love language, that's what I'm saying. Your love language constantly change, so you're gonna have to keep adapting to your partner as their love language change. Right now, I might not like gifts, but once we get to a point where I'm sick of having sex every day, I don't want no flowers. Like I might get to a point where my love language done shift to something else. So you need to be able to recognize that in your partner, especially if they asking you for something, or she might send you some stuff on Instagram, or he might send you some cologne, or tag you in something that he wants you to get, and then that's how you know, like, dang, okay, he want me to start buying him something. Or some people might have all of these at one time. I need a gift. I want you to tell me you love me with flowers, all of that, and take me out to dinner.
That's a little much.
That's what I'm saying. There's people that's like that.
That's crazy.
That's not crazy.
That is.
Because there's somebody out there that's going to do it.
I guess.
Yeah. So, I think it's important.
That's a lot to ask for.
No, it's not. Babe, do you not know it's like billionaires out here?
True.
Look at Young Miami and Diddy.
I guess.
He doing it.
I mean, I guess, but it's just like, at the same time, it's just like, you saying, that's
What?
okay. You want me to buy you a car early that morning.
Mm-hmm. You when we leave.
And flowers. Then take you out to dinner. Then work you that night.
And tell me you love me before we go to sleep. Yes. And it's people out there that's doing it. Like, because in return, they probably want the same thing. It's people that got way more money than us that can do stuff like that. Because if we had it, what you think we'll be doing? I need all that.
I'm not
What?
big on stuff, so it's just.
You're not big on stuff right now. You don't know how you gonna be. That's what I'm saying. It's gonna change.
I understand.
Especially when the money comes, it's gonna change eventually. The gifts gonna start getting more pricey. Like it's levels.
I understand, but it's just like.
That's gonna see. This is a whole topic we ain't even supposed to be getting into detail about.
I just don't think like I'm gonna be that. I'm gonna be like, I don't know. I ain't no flashy type of guy.
It's not about you being flashy, babe. A gift, an expensive gift could be something that you need. It could be a car. I could buy you some land. I could buy you your LLC. I could get you a truck for your business you got.
My LLC.
I could get you a truck for your business you got. Like, it could literally, we gonna have the money, so that's gonna be something that you're gonna be expecting.
Okay.
Yeah, so we ain't gonna go too much more into detail about love languages because it's a lot that can be said. But I think that your love language gotta be somewhere around one of these areas, and your partner obviously gotta be somewhere around these areas too. So, and then you'll know if you're not trying to do all of that. Like, if you find somebody and they love language is physical touch, I'm gonna say physical touch, and you don't want to be every night, and that's what they want you to do every single night, then that's when you know, like, dang, I can't be with you no more.
So physical touch is not necessarily.
It don't have to be. It don't have to be. I'm just using that as an example because that's physical touch, or head. I guess that might be acts of service. Who knows? But
that's just physical touch, just like touchy, like this.
It could be touchy like this, or it could be sex.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that.
I'm just using it as an example, babe.
I just feel like that was a bad example.
It wasn't.
Of physical touch.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
Because I'm just saying.
Because that's a form of physical touch.
It could just be people that just don't like being touched like that. You feel me? You know, it's just like certain people that don't like want you touching their face.
Okay, so that's
that.
when you know.
But I just feel like sex wasn't a good one.
Yes, it was, bro. Because that's a part of physical touch. Like, and that's one of these love languages. And that's a big thing in relationships. You don't want your booty ate.
What the fuck?
You want me to eat yours. Like, what if that's what I like to do and you don't like that? I can't be with you.
What? That's weird.
But that's, yeah.
Some girls like eating ass.
Some of them do.
That's nasty.
Nah. Hey, all you booty eating females, I ain't one, but all the rest of y'all, hey.
Don't be lying for these.
Yeah, exactly. You want them to think you get your booty ate?
Okay, we can't do it.
That's it for this first podcast episode. Stay tuned for the next podcast episode. You want to tell them what the topic is, or you think they should wait?
No, they can wait.
You sure? That's what it is.
Let me see. Oh, no.
And we plan on having guests for this episode. Once we figure out, like, which guests and stuff we're going to be having.
Where our setup finna be.
Where our setup is finna be. All of that.
We'll post it on the
We'll let y'all
Instagram
know.
page.
Yeah, so thank y'all for watching. We got more content coming. More podcast episodes coming. Maybe more other videos on our channel. Because this is just a segment to the channel. This not what we're going to be posting all the time. So
We really do need to post a regular video.
I know. Why you looking at me like that? I know. So hopefully we got some.
About 3 or 4 weeks.
We got some stuff coming for y'all, and we will see y'all in the next episode.